welcome back to Twins Try. I'm Christy.
I'm Wing.
And today we're trying snacks from Italy. We've actually been to Italy once, a couple years back, maybe like 3 or 4 years back. And it was beautiful. And so we thought it'd be really fun to try the snacks because when you're there, you're all about the food that's already made for you. You're going to restaurants. You don't really think about snacks. And so it'll be really cool for us to explore snacks from Italy.
So the first thing that we do have is the Rigoni de Asiago or organic hazelnut spread. Apparently this is way better than Nutella, which is the hazelnut spread that we do have here in America. So I'm super excited because I love hazelnut spreads. They're really delicious and I'm excited.
Yeah, so this one combines the flavors of cocoa and milk and it's supposed to be really, really good. So let's give it a try. I'm super excited.
Okay, so this is our toast. I'm really excited because if it's better than Nutella, then
obviously we want it. It's really good.
Can you tell that it's better than Nutella?
I don't really eat Nutella, but this looks well, this is organic, first of all. And seems to be more about quality. So I would say yes. It's got that cocoa flavor in it, and it's kind of creamy, almost milky. It has very strong hazelnut flavor, and it's kind of chocolatey too, so it's a good balance. And it's not extremely sweet. You could eat this on toast with breakfast or for breakfast, and you won't be too sweet.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
The next one we're trying is Asturi Italian Amaretti cookies. And it says the sophisticated Italian cookie snack. As a dessert you can make on it on the side. And on the back it says they follow an 18th century Renaissance recipe first baked in Venice, Italy. They're the original Italian macaroons. Today you may enjoy these with your coffee, favorite wine, dinner cordial, or by themselves as an Italian treat. In Italy, we use our Amaretti cookies to crumble over gelatos, ice cream, and desserts, which we had a lot of gelato in Italy.
This cookie is named after the Italian Amaro, which means bitter in reference to the bitter almonds that they use in order to make this cookie. These are much smaller than I imagined it to be. I don't know why I thought it would be really big.
Well, this just says enlarge to show texture, so texturally, oh, you can eat first.
Very crispy.
I'll talk later. It's very eggy.
And you can tell there's hints of almond, which is really, really good. I didn't expect the texture of this. Is very crispy, like an outer shell, like a macaron. And they kind of duplicated it onto here, but they made it mass-produced and packaged.
And crunchy, because macarons have that like almost hard shell and then like a chewy interior. Yeah,
you can tell there's sugar. You can almost feel like you can taste all the ingredients.
Yeah, look at the inside. It's super airy, like really, really good. Doink. It is a little sweet, but I imagine since this is supposed to be your dessert, that you want it to be sweet. And it's not so sweet that it's overwhelming either.
Yeah, they say they usually pair this with their coffees and teas. So the next thing we are trying is these Mulino Bianco Galleti biscuits. And these biscuits are actually made without any eggs. So it gives it a light and crunchy texture. And they have a little bit of extra sugar on the top for sweetness.
Italian breakfast is actually really common to have cookies for breakfast, and it's called prima colazione. Sorry, we're butchering a lot of the Italian, I know. And so it mainly consists of Italian coffee, cookies, and pastries. And even though for us, we don't really have cookies for breakfast, is a weird concept, for them, they have like really good types of cookies, not just like a chocolate chip cookie for breakfast. So this is actually made by Berea, which is the pasta brand. Yeah, and so they're really well known for that. And Mulino Bianco is the brand that is made by Berea.
So yeah, these cookies aren't made with eggs, so I'm interested to see the texture.
Yeah, and they have little pictures on it of a rooster on top of an arrow.
It's very airy.
And it's interesting that this was made without eggs.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of one of those bang, the butterfly shaped cookies where there's a lot of layers. This tastes like that, where there's a lot of layers. It's not very sweet, even with the sugar on the top. It's just very mild in flavor.
Yeah, I like this a lot. The next one we're trying is this Asturi Bruschettini snack size Italian bruschetta toasts in rosemary and olive oil flavor. This originates from Piedmont and northern Italy. They're baked using virgin olive oil and fresh rosemary. Also use no milk, cheese, eggs, or honey. This is a crunchy starter that's a star in Italian cuisine.
It has a very strong rosemary flavor.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very rosemary. But it is so light and airy and crispy and crunchy, like super, super good, so light. Like this barely feels like anything. It is really good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm not the biggest rosemary fan. I feel like that's the flavor I would gravitate least towards, but it's very good.
Yeah. So you can eat these.
It's very fragrant.
So you can eat these with cheeses and other things like tomatoes, and just have it as an actual genuine snack other than just snacking it out of the bag.
We're back to the sweet cookies. So this one is the Mulino Bianco Baiocchi cookies. And they have a layer of chocolate cream and a sandwich between two cookies. And I'm super excited about these because they look way better than our Oreos, which is our sandwich cookies.
These are made with shortbread cookies, and those originated in Scotland, and then it became a very popular treat in UK when the introduction of sugar was introduced. That hazelnut is really good. Who knew that hazelnut would pair so well with shortbread cookies? It's really buttery, and then you have all of this good flavor from the hazelnut, so they complement each other really well because the shortbread cookie is not that sweet, and then the inside sandwich cream is very sweet.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I kind of wish I ate it together. The shortbread does taste really buttery and soft, but it's just lacking a layer of sweetness, which the hazelnut spread provides.
Yeah, it's really good.
The next thing that we do have are these crispy pistachio wafers from Babbi. It has a layer of pistachio cream, and it's good for, or they use it as toppings for their ice creams
or brownies, smoothies.
I heard that snap. Yep, it's crispy. It's probably gonna make a mess. Wow. The pistachio cream is really good. I've never really had pistachio flavored wafers. I've had pistachio ice cream, and that has a very strong pistachio taste. This is really good.
Yeah, I really like that pistachio cream. The wafer itself is very light and airy. The pistachio, if you've ever had pistachio before, it's very neutral in flavor. It can go sweet or salty, usually salty, but I love that they made this sweet. And it's really, really good. So think peanut butter, but pistachio. I've never had these before.
Yeah, so the next thing we have are these Quadratini, which is also very popular in America. Namely her, she always buys these already, so I don't know why.
This was an excuse to try them.
Yeah, so she's never had these before, ever. So these are cube-shaped wafers, so they're pre-bitten for you. They're in bite-size already. So I know it's very easy to finish a whole bag of these
in one sitting, and I have done that before, even though there's 9 servings in this bag.
There's 9?
Apparently.
Okay, so so a wafer is typically a crunchy and sweet type of biscuit. It's named after the word waba, which origins meaning beehive, and it has that kind of crisscross hatching that looks like a beehive.
I picked the best flavor, which is dark chocolate, but they have so many good flavors.
This one's a little bit different in the sense that the chocolate layer is a little bit harder than the pistachio one, where it was more creamy. So this is really good in that sense. You have very defined layers, but the pistachio one, it kind of melds together.
I'll be honest, the pistachio cream one seems more genuinely like Italian. This is very processed, obviously, whereas the other one had like a creamy flavor, and so that does take away from the Quadratini, but it is so good. I love these so much. And the last thing we have is Nascondini with chocolate. It's made of a shortbread again, and inside is chocolate, and it's supposed to be a soft chocolate filling.
So Nascondini translates to hide and seek, which is hinting at the chocolate that you may be finding inside the biscuit.
They almost remind me of fig Newtons.
Yeah, but these look
Better.
I mean, they're harder. I don't like fig Newtons because they're so mushy and they don't have any structure in them, so they kind of just fall apart
as you're holding them. Doink.
Very hard. It's essentially two, or like a sandwiching of the filling, the chocolate filling with two shortbread cookies. But yeah, it's really good. It's a little bit harder, so it does take a little bit more chewing. And I tried to bite it in half, but yeah, it was pretty hard to bite in half.
It is a little drier, but it's actually still really good. Shortbread cookies go really good with a lot of sweets, and I'm glad they use shortbread.
It's good. The chocolate's very thick.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah, very thick, crispy layer of chocolate.
Yeah, which is good because it helps with the shortbread and it adds more flavor profile. I really like the cookies for breakfast type of culture. I think it suits me very well. It's probably not good for me long-term health-wise, but I enjoyed trying all of these cookies pretty much.
And they all paired really well with coffee, I think, because it is more of a sweeter side, so you don't need to add any sugars in your coffee if you just have these cookies as your breakfast. They are all really good. I don't think there was one thing where I didn't like.
Yeah, so here are our rankings on screen. As you can see, we liked everything.
Yeah, which is a surprise because usually there's one thing where I'm like, oh, I didn't really like that. But in terms of flavor, they all are pretty similar in aspects with very minute changes. Yeah, like the wafers, they're very similar. It's just one is texturally a little bit harder than the other. Alright, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get to see our next videos.
And as always, let us know what you try next
on Twins Try.
Bye!